Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you're well. We're back in Utopia again, and we are going to be working on our mixed habitat over here. So we've got crocodiles, gharial and alligators all in one big habitat, and it is coming along quite nicely, I have to say. So end of the last episode I just started spreading some of this lovely mossy undergrowth through the water part of the habitat here, so I'm just going to continue with that first, get this all looking nice. Let me just come down underwater, make sure this is looking okay. It is good, yeah. So yeah, and then we've got a lot of detailing to do, so a bit of structure work here and there. I will add some more detail as well to this underwater area. It's not all going to just be this moss. I want to have some nice sort of fallen trees and things in here. You know, make it look interesting for the animals and for the viewing public as well. Actually, that was what I was going to do. I was going to let the public in, which is a crazy thing to do in a zoo, but I feel like I need to. I need to see whether the guests are interacting with the zoo properly, really. Right, how does that look? Let's come down. That looks good. Yeah, I'm liking that. So I need to line the floor here as well, so that needs to be something quite chunky. I usually like to use these stone pieces for the floor. I often use these for the upwards parts as well, but actually I think in this case I think the upwards bits need to be chunkier, I think, than these. But let's just get the floor done first. So let's angle snap this to the ground and then unangle snap it. Right, I'll bring it back. So I'm going to try and keep it roughly kind of halfway in to the glass. How tall do I want it? Do I want it to be like a real step, or do I want it low? I think a nice step, because I want it to look chunky. I feel like it needs to look chunky, otherwise it's not going to look substantial enough. And I've got to cover the glass, but I've also got to cover the edge of the path, so it may have to be flexible with the sort of its relevance to the glass, but that's fine. I can, as long as I cover up the grass, basically. I want to make sure there's no gap here showing at the edge of the pathway. Lovely, right, and then I've got to decide what to do with the upwards parts and the roof, of course. In fact, what I might do, and what I should have done already actually, is let's combine all these pieces, because I may duplicate this upwards to cover the top as well. I think that would make sense. I don't know if it will work, but I'll try, because obviously the top is exactly the same shape as the bottom, so it seems silly to make a whole separate top part when you've already done the bottom. But then I do need to do the uprights, and I want them to look really cool. I'm not sure what yet, but I want them to look, I don't know, big and chunky, but sort of artistic as well. Hang on, I messed that one up. So I'm thinking I might use some of the wooden pieces, maybe the something from the conservation pack. There's some really nice wooden pieces in that, to try and create something for the uprights. Wow, this just goes on and on, doesn't it? I think we're nearly at the end. Are we nearly at the end? Yes, we are. Good. At some point today I'm expecting a delivery of some fence panels, so during this episode or maybe one of the next few, because I'm doing a whole load of recording today, at some point there will be a slight pause where I have to go outside and take in a delivery. So I apologise in advance for that. Nice, there we go. Right, let's just check, what do we think? Yeah, that looks nice. Right, now let's have a look at these wooden pieces. So let's go to the filters, content pack. So what did we get in here? Yeah, this is the sort of stuff I'm looking at. Now whether I can utilize any of this to make something that looks good, I don't know, but I just like the look of these pieces. Let's angle snap and let's see, I just think that looks good, you know, it just looks cool. Let's see, it looks nice just like that really, but I can do more. Let's get them grouped. So it needs to be obviously taller as well. It needs to be kind of up to there. But then what I'm thinking is whether I can let's get the angle snap off. I'm wondering if I can kind of thicken it like this and create something that looks a little bit cooler, like that. I think that looks nice. I wonder if I can go even more than that, or whether that's going to be too much. Let's put one down here and see what we think. So it'd be lined up with the floor, I think. Yeah, and then obviously it needs to cover up these pieces, but it also needs to make sure it sits right with this bottom bit as well. Do you know what, I do quite like that. I think that looks pretty cool. Now let's see if I can line it up right with all these other pieces as well. It's a shame there's one there in a way, because it's right at the bottom of the steps. It'd be quite nice if you could walk down and have a perfect view straight away, but that's just not going to work, unfortunately. But yeah, I really like that. That looks good. So let's come around here as well. So we got what, 2 more? Yeah, 2 more. I might get them right on the edge actually as well. I think it might work. Right, where is this one? Right, just over a bit and a bit of a turn. Try and line up the bottom. It's the outside bit that I'm bothered about. This bit here, I just want it just this side of the stone. Okay, let's just check this one roughly like that. Again, just outside of the stone there. Now let's see, do I want them at the edge as well? I probably do. I think it will create a nice drop, a nice sort of a drop, I don't know what I'm talking about there, a nice end to the glass like that, and then I can just get some extra rocks in there. Nice, yeah, I think I'll do that, and then I will just copy it over here and do the same. I do love this sort of thing. I love just these extra little creative flourishes. I think they just look nice. Right, let's just come out and see. That does look nice. Now I don't know about the top of the glass and whether lifting this up is going to look good, but let's try. Oops. Do you know what? I think that does look really nice actually. I think that's that is cool. Excellent. I'm well happy with that. So yeah, I just want to come in here and just cover up the glass that's on the other side here. So it's not quite perfect here, but that's just because it was a bit of an odd shaped bit at the end, but it's fine. It'll look fine once this is all here. You're not going to be looking from the inside anyway, so that's all good. And then something similar over here. Just get these gaps filled in. Ah yes, this top piece. Of course the glass was slightly high at this end. Right, let's make sure. Excellent, okay. Nice. I think that looks pretty cool actually. I'm pretty happy with that. So the floor down here as well looks decent. We may still have some issues back here. I do just want to get rid of any long grass that's coming through. Yeah, so there may be people walking through the rocks a bit, but you know that's life. I need to decorate our little food stores there. I just want to make sure I get rid of all that. Nice. Okay, so what do we want to do in here? So this is all looking good. I tell you what, I probably need to get some enrichment in here, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some stuff that the like some underwater feeders or something. Yeah, there is. Good. Right, and the saltwater crocodile. So yeah, I can get some of these in here to try and encourage the animals to come further into the habitat and kind of diving down under the water. Hopefully these are all going to be working. Okay, I can't highlight that one, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be working. Now what I'd need to do actually is just make sure that I've got the food quality up to the maximum. Okay. Oh yes, I can get rid of whoops, I can get rid of this now. Now what I don't have yet is a keeper hut nearby. So I feel like I should try and squeeze a keeper hut in over here somewhere. I think it would make sense just to have a little keeper hut here, and I can blend that in. Actually, let's give it a bit of space so I've got room around the edge to decorate. Yeah, that will do. I can build around that, and that, yeah, that's a bit closer to the entrance then, so they don't have to walk quite so far. Great. Let's focus on one area at a time. So let's focus on this water. So what I wanted to do in here was to have some nice just one or two fallen trees in here, just because it looks good, basically. And I may even have a non-fallen thing, you know, a couple of these, actually just a couple of things like this that are just, they're just there, you know. A couple of dead things just sitting in the water there. Let's get another fallen one. I will have to check again, like traversable areas, because these do mess them up a bit. Hopefully these things are still going to be accessible. Oh, that's the one I can't click on anyway. Excellent. And let's just check. Yeah, traversable is still all good. Right, what else was there in here? Was there any floating platforms? There is. I don't know if they would actually use these, but I want to try. Let's get a couple of those in. Anything else to go in the water? Well, a rubber duck, obviously. I mean, come on. Got to have a rubber duck in there, haven't you? Excellent. So I'm pretty happy with that water. Actually, I might put some bubbles in. Right, let's have a look. Where bubbles? Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Bubbly, bubbly, bubblies. Oh, but actually it's probably in the water one, isn't it? Of course. Bubbles, here we go. Yeah, so I think I'll just get a whole load of these in. Yeah, just dot some around the edge. I think it just creates a nice effect for the guests. Just makes it all look a bit more, I don't know, filtrated, I suppose is the word. It's just that subtle little detail, which I think works. So when you're looking at it from out here, good. You see, they're starting to swim down a little bit more as well, which is what we want. That is what the guests will want to be seeing anyway, isn't it? So I'm pretty happy with the water there. I don't want to go over the top in here. I may still put a few more, when I come to do more vegetation, I may do some more in here. Actually, let's just do it. Let's just do it. I know exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of, yeah, these basically. Because stuff like this just looks great. Creates a real jungly feel down under the water here. Something like that. What else have we got that could go underwater? See, I kind of like things like this. I know they're not meant to be underwater things, but you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway, just because I think it will look great. I kind of like the idea of creating like a real underwater world, even if these things realistically don't go underwater. I don't think that one works, but I do like these ones. Right, let's just come out here and have a look. Yeah, see, that does look nicer, doesn't it? It's a bit daft, but you know what? I like it. Again, just keep checking. Yeah, they can still get everywhere, can't they? Now, are these usable? They are usable, good. Only the American alligators apparently might use them, but that's fine. Okay, I think I'm done with the water now. I think that's looking nice. I'll still do more around the top here. I'll have overhanging trees and that sort of thing. I definitely need to detail this bit of water and the fountain. And then elsewhere, I guess I should come down and just quickly cover this. So I don't need to do a lot with this really. This can be quite straightforward, I would say. I think I'm going to go with the yeah, this 3D stuff down here. Let's just try this out. Okay, right. What else does this need? It needs some rock. Let's just give it a bit of a layer of this along the top here. Yeah, I mean, really simple. It's it doesn't need a lot, does it? I feel like I just want to do something down the middle here. Let's have a think. What do we think? What do we think? Something else from the conservation. Oh, I'll tell you what, I could do something like this. Just, yeah, that looks quite subtle, doesn't it? Quite like that. Doesn't do anything. I just want it to look interesting, you know. There we go. That's what it needed. Just that little bit of wood down the middle there. Just blends it in a bit. This rock here looks weird. Let's get rid of that. Nice. Now I do wonder whether I can actually have any benches or seats. I think the problem I'm going to have here is that the path actually goes quite a long way back. Although look, actually I can just about bring them forwards like that. Just, I mean, it's not perfect, is it, by any means, but it might encourage people to actually sit down. And tell you what, I might, because this end doesn't go anywhere, I might just try and get a few picnic tables, or one or two picnic tables just there, just to see if people will actually go along there and sit down. Let's get a bin on the corner there, and one or two along here. Nice. And then actually I might just get a picnic table in this end here as well. I mean, who wouldn't want to sit there and watch the crocodile swimming around? That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? I like it because you still got the sun blazing overhead as well, but you do kind of feel like you're a bit underground. Brilliant. Okay. Right. I'm very happy with that little water area now in the middle. Let's move up. Let's come into here. So what do I want to do in here? I want to do some... actually, let's go to here. One of my pieces that I favorited was with these temple pieces. Let's see. That's a nice one. That's a bit small. See, I quite like this stuff. I don't really know why or what it would be doing like this. Whoops, that went wrong. Oh, it's because I've got a lighter surface on. That's fine. But I kind of like the idea that there's just a whole load of bits of ruin lying around here. Now I will check if this does anything to the traversable area. Actually, let me just combine these just in case I need to delete them all. It might do traversable area a little bit, but it's not looking too bad actually. And I don't know, I like the look of it, so. What else have we got? There were different pieces as well. How one of these smaller bits as well. Again, it's one of those little things that you do and you think, well, that looks a bit odd, but ultimately I find that it just works in the end once you've got foliage as well. And I can always sort of continue a little bit around here as well. Just trying to create that impression of, I don't know, old sort of things used to be there that have collapsed or whatever. Now I just want to check if they can still get up there. No, they can't. Let's get rid of that piece. There we go. So I can put a little bit of enrichment up there. And obviously I definitely want some stuff in here, so I might go with one of my favourite ones, this nice grass or something in here. What have we got? We've got green, a yellow and a brown. I might go yellow. Actually that's basically what I've got here, isn't it? Let's just see if this works up here as well. I think it does. Got to be careful because there is a slope. I don't want it looking silly. You see, so this one just here, it's just hanging on that slope a bit. Let's move that over. I don't think this upsets their areas. No, it doesn't. Good. Okay, that's cool. So most of this I think will just stay as it is. Obviously I will be doing some bushes as well, so those will come all around the rocks here, but I wanted that bit to get some nice foliage in it. And then I'll do some rocks on here. Actually, have I still got my collection of rocks, or did I delete them all? I think I deleted them all. So this is my little collection of rocks. So let's just pop that down over there. Which one of these do I want? I think probably this mossy one here. Let's get rid of, no, let's not get rid of that. I can hear noises outside, so I do wonder if my delivery is turning up. Let me just have a quick look. Nope, can't see anything at the moment. I think we're right. Well, it's the end of the episode pretty much anyway, so that's all good. Yeah. I think we're making some pretty good progress now, actually, with this. It's starting to look like a complete organised habitat. I think you can kind of see where I'm going with it, at least. It'll all come together once you start doing the foliage. It all just suddenly starts working, doesn't it? That's cool. And I wonder if I can just get a little bit in here like this as well. I think that looks nice. Great. And then I can obviously get foliage all around that too. Okay. Coming together nicely. So next episode, I'll probably get the enrichment down, decide where all that's going to go, make sure I'm encouraging the animals to go everywhere. I think this will probably be a bed area. I think that makes sense over here, because otherwise they're never going to travel all this way unless there's a reason. So yeah, if I make sure they've got stuff over here, let's just make sure they can still get up around the back, can't they? Yeah, good. And they could just about squeeze through. So yeah, I'll make a bed area over here, which will hopefully make them actually come over here. Because if you were walking around back here, you would want to see them walking around, wouldn't you? So yeah, I'll do that next episode. I'll get people in. I forgot again, I didn't open the zoo, but I will open the zoo in the next episode and do a whole load of foliage, lots of work on the floor, lots of greenery, lots of grasses, that sort of thing. Oh, look, just as I say it, our first one actually starts exploring up there. That's good, isn't it? And then yeah, lots of foliage, lots of trees, and obviously I want to decide what to do around this area here as well. I'm not too sure about that, but yeah, it's coming along nicely actually. I don't think there's going to be too much more, a couple more episodes probably to get this finished, and then we'll move on. I have no idea what I'm going to do next. I'll decide at some point during the next couple of recordings, I guess. But yeah, for now let's leave it there for this episode. So thank you very much for joining me. I do hope you've had fun. I certainly have. I will see you again very soon. If you've got anything you want to say, please do leave me a comment down below. And if you are enjoying the series and the episodes, then please do hit the like button for me. That really does help me out. And I will see you again very soon. Until then, take care. Bye for now.